You're in trouble, Mikey. Yes, you're in trouble. Why did you chew on this? Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals, and oh boy, I was just feeding the piggies lettuce about an hour ago, and I accidentally left this plastic right here next to the cage. And when I came back in the room, I saw that the piggies had chewed some of the plastic. And so I was really worried. I'm still worried that, what happens if, they get sick or it's not good for them. You just had lettuce and some of the bag. So I messaged the LA Guinea Pig Rescue group that all of the volunteers are a part of, and I asked some of them, what do you think? Do you think that they're going to get sick? And luckily, some of the volunteers said, no, I think they'll probably be okay. Now, this has happened once before, of course on accident, and sometimes your piggies will get into all sorts of things. So, of course, you want to be as careful as you can, but if ever an accident does happen, I just wanted to kind of put it out there that unless your piggy ate like a whole bag like this, hey, you probably don't need to worry. At least that's the general consensus among the rescue volunteers. So I just wanted to post a little video explaining how if your piggy eats a little bit of the cellophane from the lettuce, or who knows what kind of plastic they might get into, it's definitely something that you want to pay attention to their poops. You want to pay attention to overall if there's a change in behavior and a change in their digestion. But I just want to put that out there that at least according to some of the rescue volunteers, they reassured me that I probably don't need to worry too much. But if you are like me and you have guinea pigs, then you're probably a professional guinea pig hypochondriac, which isn't such a bad thing. Guinea pigs are prey animals, and a lot of times they tend to hide their illness. And also, they hide in general. They're sitting in their igloos or their little hidey houses, and you don't necessarily see them. So that's why it's important to pick them up every day and check and make sure that they're healthy. And, if you come in with treats like that, and your piggies that normally are climbing the walls, like Gary over there. Oh. Dice, are you chasing Papa? If your piggies normally are climbing the walls and coming up to greet you, and then one day they don't, that is a cause for concern. Maybe they don't feel well. Maybe they're just asleep. But, not many piggies will sleep through a crinkling of a bag. So, now, on my website, Scotty's Animals, I have a free guinea pig care guide, and one of the pages in that care guide is the illness page. So I go over some of the common illnesses, and I've got a number of videos that are embedded on that page that talk about common illnesses like ringworm and mange and respiratory illnesses and things like that. So I think it's important to know what the common illnesses are and what the signs of those illnesses are. So if you ever see any of those signs, you're prepared and you don't want to wait. So also, I have a vet list on my website which has vets that have been recommended by viewers like you. So all of those vets are actually recommended by our viewers. So that's just something to consider, and you have that resource. Cheech, don't chase your brother. These boys are really misbehaving today. I wanted to say one other thing. What was it? Oh yeah, on my website there is an emergency kit. Not only did Skinny Pigs 1, and I'll put the link to her channel right here, but Skinny Pigs 1 allowed me to put a video that she made about how to build an emergency kit. And I have that along with a playlist of other videos about how to build your emergency kit, including a trip to the dollar store where you'd be surprised what kind of things for your emergency kit that you can find at the dollar store. You can frequently find antifungal cream, bandages, gauze, antibacterial ointment and things like that. But for the things that you can't find at the dollar store, such as the treatment for mange, like ivermectin, I put a link to those things. Now, you might be able to find them in your local area, but go ahead and click those links and you can see the specific ingredients that are part of those products. For example, ivermectin, as I just mentioned, there's multiple different kinds of ivermectin. There's a paste, there is an injectable liquid, and I believe there's also a topical liquid. We like the injectable liquid. We put a drop on the ear as part of the free health checks at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. But if you don't want to spend the money to get a big bottle of those drops, because you really only need 1 or 2 drops per pig, and you only need to treat them every few months at most, then there's also a paste version, which is a lot more inexpensive, and it does the same job. So check out my website, and also there's a contact form, so if you have any other questions, drop me a line and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But remember, if it is a medical emergency, then call your vet. And if you don't have a vet, like I said, there's a list of a number of vets, probably one in your area. And if there isn't one close by, you could still call them and ask for some advice or send them an email, and I'm sure that they would be happy to get back to you and give you the advice that you need. Because I'm not a vet, but I do know a lot about piggies because I've been working at the rescue for almost a decade, and I've learned so much from Saskia. So I'll put a link also to Saskia at the Los Angeles Guinea Pig Rescue's YouTube channel right there. Subscribe, and there's so much great information there, along with the LA Guinea Pig Rescue website, and I'll put a link to that website in the description. So thanks, guys. I hope that this maybe eases your mind if this has ever happened to you, or if it happens to you in the future. And I'm going to keep a close eye on Mike, and if anything happens, then I will let you know. And of course, there are a number of products like Benebac or activated charcoal tablets, which can also aid the digestion. And I've got a link to some of those on my website too. So, all right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.